Guys, if you're a fan of the Sly Guy podcast and you like getting involved with it, you like putting your oar in, you like sticking your oar into the podcast, you can do so by subscribing to our Patreon account. That's www.patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. There, it's the only place that you get to ask questions on the podcast now. So if you want to get involved, if you want to have your questions read out, you want to get your name shouted out, you can go to patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. As well as that, I'm currently curating a series of guest episodes that'll appear exclusively on Patreon. We're going to launch those in a couple of weeks. We're just backdating them so as they're guaranteed for a few weeks. I'm going to be working on some behind the scenes stuff on a few of the projects I'm working on right now. A few other bits and bobs. All in all, it's a fun place to be. You get early access to the regular podcast. You get the extra Sly Guy podcast, which is going to be 2 episodes uploaded this week because I've been busy and I missed a couple. Don't tell anyone. But if you want to support the podcast, it helps me. It helps me feed my kids, pay for this office space, and deliver you this podcast. You can support it at www.patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. The cheapest Patreon out there for the local comedy scene, £2. Why does it need to be £3-4? Who knows? Or if you want to pay the extra, you get all my specials and stuff there too, which by the way, I'm dropping 2 new specials within the next month or 2 as well. So it's the place to be. Patreon.com/Sly Guy podcast. Do you like drinky poos and all? Well, if you like drinky poos, I've got just the drinky poo for you. Modest Beer. Modest Beer is the fastest growing independent beer in the world, in my opinion. It is delicious. It is the original sponsor of the Sly Guy podcast. It is a treat on the lips. And also, I mean, it's just all constantly a treat. I was going to say it's a treat on the lips and a treat on the hips. I don't know, again, if that's true or not, but it rhymes. So it works. But all I know is Modest is delicious. Modest has been down with Davey from day one. And I've been down with Modest since day one. And to show thanks to Modest, and to show thanks to the Sly Guy listeners, the Sly Hards, the Rider Slys out there, Modest have given me, Davey, a secret code. A cheat code, if you will, to get 15% off your purchases at their website, www.modestbeer.co.uk. And that cheat code is all caps SLYPA. That's SLYPA and the number 15. SLYPA15. SLYPA15 to get 15% off your Modest order. Stop it. Get on modest.com now, .co.uk right now. Order what you want to order. SLYPA at checkout, 15% off. There you go.
I'm the Sly Guy.
Hello and welcome to the Sly Guy podcast. Hope everybody in the world is feeling good today, wherever you're listening. I know some places on earth right now are having a little bit of diffs. You know what I mean? There's some problems going on across the world. Ukraine's a wee bit iffy right now. You know, Hawaii's been a wee bit of a problem with fires and stuff. Greece even was a wee bit burny. You know, so just wherever you're listening, if you're listening in those parts, big shout out. Hope you are having a better day today. Hope you're looking out onto the horizon and you see hope and sunshine and a ray of light out there and you go after it, because I don't want people anywhere in the world to feel terrible. You know, unless it's Dundonald, probably Lisburn. But other than that, you know, I'm wanting people to feel good wherever they're listening to the podcast. I personally just want to come off the top and say I've started listening to podcasts in the gym. Now, there's 2 parts of that are interesting. First part being, I now go to the gym again. You're probably going to yourselves, Stevie, why does a specimen like you need to go to the gym? I will tell you why a specimen like me needs to go to the gym. Because I look back at some of the footage from my wall garden show, and I saw myself, and my stomach looked like a packet of busted oranges that have been thrown into one of those wee green compost bags. Lumpy, gross, fat, seepy, disgusting. And I went, you know what? That's the end. Back to the gym. So I took myself down on the Monday morning, joined the gym, and I've been going ever since, and I'm feeling good. You know, I'm still disgusting lump of heap of shite. I'm still a disgusting heap of shite, but we're we're getting there. And that's what I'm going to do after this podcast. I'm going to go to the gym, we'll pump up. It's going to be a good time for me. So, it's all good and hood. And that's when I listen to the podcast now. No, not when I'm doing heavy weights. I still like to listen to Creed whenever I'm pumping, you know what I mean? Like whenever you're on the bench and you're trying to get that last rep, I'm not listening to people talking about whether or not trans athletes should be allowed in sport. I'm not listening to that. What I'm listening to is when I'm just pressing, I'm just listening to Creed. Oh, me now, yeah, I'm 6 feet from the edge and I'm the girl. And that just gives me, maybe 6 feet, and so far down. The extra push to lift that 40 kg bench press that I'm pumping at the minute because I'm so out of shape. Like, well, I don't know. Still need a bit of Creed for that. But other than that, I'm on the cross trainer, the elliptical. A man of my age just... it's such a middle-aged thing to do because that's the walk you do whenever you're like trying to listen to gossip. And the same in the elliptical machine. You're scooting about, listening to people gossiping in the gym. Trying not to look at people, judging. But it's a big turnaround because I'm now one of those guys that before I would have seen the gym and gone, fair play to a big man. Fair play to him coming in doing the work. Whereas now I am that guy. I've let myself go to that point that I'm like, oh no. I like the gym that I go to because it's great. And again, I think that's an important thing. Whenever you join the gym, you need to be sure that it ticks a lot of boxes. It's like buying a house, isn't it? If you need to join a gym, there needs to be certain check marks for me anyway. I need to make sure that the gym is close enough to the house that on a whim you can just pop over. Like if your gym's like, if it's further than half an hour away, you're likely to not go. See if you can get a gym which is within 10 minutes and you'll be like, right, I'm going to go, before the mood leaves you. Because sometimes I'll be like, I'll go for a workout. And I'm like, actually, by the time I've packed the bag, you're like, nah, fuck that. I'll not be there for another 40 minutes. By the time I've got a dumbbell in my hand, nah, fuck that. So you need to get somewhere close. You need to get somewhere not busy. I hate waiting. So in the gym, I want to go in, I want to get it over with, I want to get back home, put my feet up. So you need to have somewhere that's nearby, first and foremost. And thirdly, I like it somewhere that's not like as if you're inside a mortuary. That sort of light that's just like alien abduction light in the gyms are too bright. I like a dark gym. I like to go in, I like to sweat like a fat slug in the darkness. I like to just work in silence. Like, that saying? What? There's a saying like guys like Tom Smith like to use, and it's stuff like, don't tell everybody what you're doing all the time or they'll fuck you with your knowledge. Something like that. But basically what I'm saying is get yourself in the dark so people don't know what's going on. You're just working in the shadows. Shh. So whenever you're ready, like you're in the cocoon phase, whenever you're cocooned in, you're inside a cocoon, and the cocoon just so happens to be a yoga studio by yourself, mirrors all around cocoon room. You're in the cocoon room and you're doing some yoga just by yourself, cocoon, stretching. You're in the cocoon room and you're stretching, and you're in the cocoon room. In there, you're cocooned as a caterpillar. You're a caterpillar in a cocoon. And then whenever you finish the cocoon room and you're ready to leave the cocoon room, you're ready to be somewhere separate. You don't want to be a caterpillar anymore. You want to leave the cocoon life behind you. You want to be a caterpillar, not in your cocoon anymore. You're ready to burst out of your cocoon. And that's the thing, when you're ready to leave your cocoon, you can't go back into your cocoon. The cocoon's burst. There's no more room for the cocoon anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? So if you are out of the cocoon, you can't go back in again, and you can only leave the cocoon when you're ready. When you're sick of being a fat caterpillar and you want to leave as a illustrious butterfly, or some cases a moth, because moths can develop in cocoons as well. Again, I've said the word cocoon too much there, I apologise, but my point is you need to go do the work, get out. Unless you're a physique guy, like, and you're pumped up and you're able to like just be in the gym and you're like taking your shirt off and then you have your trousers weirdly down around your ankles like you're a P1 taking a piss. That's what a lot of big beefy guys do, roll their trousers down and then they're wearing briefs and they're like, look at my fucking quads and all. That's a weird hustle, isn't it? Whenever you're there with your trainers on and you have your trousers and your pants around your ankles, it's very odd. I don't know why I went off on that tangent. All I want to say is, speaking of odd guys that wear their trousers down around their ankles all rolled up in a weird way, my guest today on the podcast he's the guy that I just love podcasting with. That's the thing, he's on all the time. He needs no introduction, except it would be weird to just go straight into it. You know what I mean? So it's Mr. Butler. It's the Buttman. Obviously, he's on We're just giving off. We're talking about what we're getting up to. We're talking about life. We're talking about family. We're talking about comedy. We're talking about things that annoy us. You know, I'll probably mention the word cocoon a few more times, and then we'll see what happens. And we're talking about Smicks, because that's all we ever fucking talk about, isn't it? So, you know, there we go. Microphone just moving right up to my mouth. Stay down. It's just a weird thing. See, when you get something long and round and sort of phallic around my face, it just happens to rise up and go towards my mouth. It's just second nature. But anyway, buckle yourselves in. If you're listening to this in the gym, set the weights down. Get on the elliptical. Maybe get on the stepper. Murderer, here come the hot stepper. That's what I sing every time I'm on the stepper. I listen to any Kamosi, Here Comes the Hot Stepper, because I'm a loser. But don't listen to this podcast in the weight room. Don't listen to it, especially if you're doing the squat rack. Shit. Don't be listening to this shit on the squat rack, because you'll break your neck and you'll die. Hop on the elliptical, hop on the cross trainer, get on the bike, but don't get on the full bike. Don't get on a real bike. Don't be a cyclist. Fuck those guys. Get on the wee bike for people with sore backs. You know, getting those wee ones that you're sitting down. Do that. Just turn the legs over. Live your best life and enjoy this week's episode of the Sly Guy podcast with me and Aaron Butler. The Buttman.
Nice clap. That was a good clap. If there's a guy that knows a good clap,
it's this guy.
Is this
Going to
guy
do a
right
pose
here.
or something?
Do you want me to do a pose?
Yeah, do a pose. A Hollywood Hulk.
Is that what the Hogan did? I thought it was the Flaherty. Remember, it was Michael Flaherty, the
Michael
river dance?
Flatley, the river dance. I don't know who
Flatley.
Michael Flaherty is. He sounds like a guy from your local.
He's the knockoff river dance.
He's a dude from the film.
He's the lake dance. He's the lake dance.
He's a locker and dancer.
He's a wee mud puddle dance.
He's a Peppa Pig of Michael Flaherty. Hello, Michael Flaherty. Can you dance? No.
Whatever happened to Flatley?
I think he just didn't go and do that other big one. Let's say called World Dancing or something. I don't know. And he did a movie recently where he was like,
yes, I remember
like
that.
Fucking,
I think we watched a trailer for that.
Wasn't he supposed to be like the Taken guy?
He was like a mix of James Bond.
Taken. I mean, what would be good would be if he did get them, but when they're on the ground, he just fucking danced in their head until there was no head anymore.
If there's one guy that could dance your head to death, it's the Flatley. Like that is his
don't
signature move.
Don't I know what Flatley's doing right now? Just out of curiosity.
There's nothing I am more curious about in my life than knowing what Michael Flatley is up to at this current moment in time.
Michael, what do you reckon? What do you reckon, Michael Flatley?
It definitely involves poppers. Whatever he's doing, he's definitely keeping loose, right?
But Michael Flatley's, I think he puts it about. Like, I think he's definitely what you would call.
There's no. Do you think Flatley's slinging some dick?
Apparently, he is. Like, I mean, look at that guy. He's like the blonde Mick Hucknall.
Is that Flatley?
Yeah.
That looks like Gene Wilder.
I mean, listen, he is. No man.
He loves a chocolate factory.
Not many people are wilder than Flatley. I mean, what's that face about? He said a bit of work, would you say?
He's had a lot of filler in there.
Right, I like to play a game sometimes called Celebrity Net Worth. What do you reckon Michael Flatley's net worth is?
But aren't these always inaccurate? Like, they're never real. No,
well, sure, Mickey Bartlett put one up
Mickey Bartlett's 6 million. Yeah, there's no... That's funny. What Flatley, I would guess...
It's an odd one, his, right? But go ahead.
301
million.
There's no way.
Yeah, I'd say so. Because he is... come up with Riverdance, and you think how much Riverdance has made.
I'll say 25.
Lord of the no, 301. That's the actual answer.
301 million.
Yeah, but it's dollars. But still.
But again, these things are always wildly off.
Lord of the dance, mate.
Well, look, let's take Mickey Bartlett's example.
Yeah.
He's worth 16 million. What's Mickey Bartlett worth in real?
16 quid probably.
So
in
look,
fact, he's probably in his overdraft, I'd imagine.
So do the mathematics, and that's what you'll get for Flatley.
But I imagine Flatley's probably better with his money. Like, to be fair, Michael Flatley and Mickey Bartlett don't look a million miles apart.
I mean, currently, yeah.
Like, they have a similar kind of look about them.
I don't mean to insult you, Mickey.
There's Mick on the just after the fringe.
Oh, no.
Mick coming over in the fringe. Can't Ben to pop that in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they're similar looking guys.
Yeah, both called Michael.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot. Both great dancers, you know?
Yeah.
Mick can really pull it out of the bag when he wants to.
But what about his dancing?
Exactly.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. I think I'm seeing things. I thought I seen a fly about to land on your head there, but it didn't.
No.
I think you're all good.
But I mean, there's a lot of those wee bastards kicking about at the minute.
They're dying off at the minute. You see, summer's disappearing. Kids are going back to school.
Did you see my head after the Walled Garden when one bastard bit me on the head?
Did you get bit in the head during your set?
Yeah, and it went fully up like a big egg.
Like conehead?
It was I looked like a conehead. It was horrible. And it lasted for... And then I was doing a bit of acting. You know, I'm a thesp now as well.
Yeah.
I was doing a wee dose of acting, and the makeup people were like, don't get bitten again between now and then. And I was like,
I don't know how to
what do you want
stop
me to,
that.
What do you want me to do?
I can't, you're like, I can't help them a tasty treat for these
Exactly.
insects. Yeah.
And so what I did, I just stayed in my room, locked the door. Like, I can't go outside.
You're the bubble boy now. You're in
Yeah.
a wee bubble, just trying to avoid the insect bites.
Yeah, but what happened to Bubble Boy in the end? Did he get out of his bubble?
He's bound to have died by now.
No, but there's a film about it. You know, with Jake Gyllenhaal was the Bubble Boy.
Yes, I don't know how.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. Did you?
Have
watch
you
it?
seen that human lung guy? He's not sweet.
Oh,
Here, you know what you would do? Take him out. You know, like if anyone doesn't know this guy.
Yeah.
How would you describe him?
he's sort of like
Stinking.
the first version of RoboCop. He's like,
Except there's no way this guy's getting his badge.
no. Basically, there's a guy who's I think the world's final polio survivor, where he had to be put in an iron lung, which is where 23 hours out of the day you have to literally just lie in this metal tube, or else you die.
But is he not in it the whole time?
No, I think he's allowed out for 1 hour. 1 hour.
Oh, this is like that sweet book, The Man in the Iron Lung. It's totally different.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty sad. Like,
Yeah, but you know what they should do, mate? Cut his head off.
oh Jesus
It
Christ.
doesn't look good. You know what it looks like? It looks like somebody's giving birth to an adult. You know, like a robot's giving birth. Hello, mate.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
right.
Oh,
He
bless him.
looks like Alan Brazil.
Oh Jesus Christ! He looks like a Brazil nut.
Oh, he does. He looks like a different kind of nut. He looks like a butt nut.
Oh, I feel real
Paul
sad.
Alexander in his iron lung. I mean, you know
Sounds
what?
like a great story.
Yeah.
They're definitely going to make a movie on that one
You
day,
know,
aren't they?
yeah, I'm sure it'd be riveting.
But sure, they made one on Phone Booth, so that was set in just a wee
Phone booth?
Remember the Phone
Yeah,
Booth?
but it
movie?
was fucking great.
Well, maybe they make one, but
so they're going to
be.
be a dude. So you mean to say there's going to be a sniper?
Yeah.
Aiming on him.
Yeah.
I mean, he'll be a hard
And he
target
just
to
has
hit,
to go
wouldn't
like that. But he keeps doing that with his head. He just keeps tilting it
He's
back
just
and
like
forth.
fucking Neo in the Matrix.
He keeps missing because you know when you lose all your other abilities, it enhances your other abilities. He's enhanced head movement in
He
slow
can
motion.
catch the bullet.
He's just he's just like blinking it away and all.
But why I don't like see nowadays? No harm to him.
Mm.
What level did you study science to?
GCSE.
Right. What sort of did you split them up? Did you like biology and chemistry, or did you just?
It
do
was just
science?
all science in the Christian Brothers Secondary School.
I did single award science, which is kind of like so. I think even with my knowledge of single award science, I'm going to go as far as to say, I think in 2023 they could get him a better
machine.
Yeah,
But then they're saying that they
Mate,
can't.
make him a human crying. That's what you need to do. Put his wee head in a body.
The real life crying.
Yeah.
You pesky turtles.
Except you need to. His crying suit would have to have a big ballocks on it. Because
Why does it have to have a big ballocks on it?
Because his head would be where the crying is, and there would be nowhere else for his body to go. So you just have to function it into the ballocks. Like I imagine he's got wee legs like a wee duck, so you can just bend them round. Put him in.
Yeah, well, I imagine he doesn't have much use for the rest of his body, so you could pretty much fold it up pretty easily. Like Matey's
You should put
Modak.
Stephen Hawking in there
He's
too.
Oh, not now because he's dead.
No, stick him in there. His ashes.
Just his wee computer and all. God bless Hawking, you know.
No, I mean, didn't he do a lot of like for a man?
Hawking fucked like.
Yeah, but I don't know how.
Hawking laid some pipe down in his non-able
Do you
years.
reckon he had like a thing on his chair? It was a wee bit like, you know, a recline.
What, to
thing?
activate his boner?
Yeah, but like it was like a recline on a sofa. When you press that, you go. Vzz, but his head just. Vzz.
Maybe it'd be a pretty efficient
Yeah.
way. I like that out of all his knowledge he had, he was like, how do I make this chair efficient enough for me?
I am coming. I have came.
I really like your tits. I love a good robot voice, to be fair. He had.
Would that turn you on, like sexually?
No,
Let
not
me see
sexual.
your cock.
Yeah. Oh baby. I just like his voice. It's soothing.
It's quite funny. See, when you're talking about what you're drinking out of, could be what Stephen Hawking's cock's like. Really?
What big white metal thing?
Yeah, it's the big white Robocock.
Yeah, hey. If good for him if it is.
Mm-hmm.
We did the walled garden the other
No.
day.
Let's not segue out of this. How do we even get into it for a start? I don't
How
know.
do we get in there?
My head being bit, was that it?
Your head being bit. And what would be funny is if you look at the start of the footage of your show and then just skip to the end of it and you just have this wee lump
Yeah.
that just appears out of nowhere.
But yeah, it wasn't a good time. But the show itself, I loved it.
I never get bit by insects.
You know, I know, but you're not a big fat, juicy, tasty steak.
I must be very bitter tasting because even when we were in Italy a few weeks ago, everyone was getting bit except me. And it was got to the point where I was like, I'm getting a wee bit
Yeah,
a
but
wee
they're
bit
dirty
jealous now.
bastards when they bite you. Like, they're
The
dirty,
insects.
stinking
Have you ever put
bastards.
insect repellent on?
Yeah,
The proper stuff, like the oily shit,
yeah.
it's not great.
No.
You can't. It constantly feels like your skin is oily and dirty, and it's the worst
'Cause
feeling in the world.
When I went to South Africa, it was that kind of stuff. You had to go and, like, you got the wee garlic capsules and all, and you had to do all that stuff, and then you got the stuff up your bum and all before you went.
So vampires don't get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because South Africa vampires, they fuck.
But South Africa is, yeah, it was. I didn't really get bit there, but it's, yeah. I was listening to a podcast about South Africa, recently, and I say South Africa. It was about murder attempt in South Africa. It's a true crime podcast I was listening to. Red Handed, it's called. Good show.
Okay.
And there's this woman in it. Have you ever heard of her? Called Alison, mate.
I mean, I've heard of a lot of women called Alison.
Well, tell me if a story
Hosts
rings a
Good
bell.
Morning.
No, that's Alison Hammond. I mean, if it was Alison Hammond in this particular case, it would have been quite a.
Wouldn't have been a good morning.
No, it wouldn't have been. It would have been the opposite. So basically, this woman, right? She was going, just came home from a night out, got the like where she parks. I don't want to say driveway, but it was on the street.
Okay.
She opened the door and this guy knifed her neck. Was like, "I need to borrow your car, mate." She was like,
Okay.
"Sound." She hopped over. He's like, blah blah. He said his name was something like Frank. And she was like, all right, well, he's told me his name, he's sound. Then Frank stopped and his mate got in the back, and she said his mate looked like proper scary. So they were lying, they weren't looking to borrow the car, basically. Took her like off the beaten track somewhere, got her out, and then the guy was like, "You're gonna suck my dick."
Right.
And then she was made to do that, and he's like, "I'm gonna do it to you, except you don't have a dick." He's like, "Fine." Don't know if he said it like that. I'm paraphrasing.
Yeah. The way you're saying it, it
Yeah.
sounds like a wee bit slow. Yeah.
But yeah, so he did a deed to her. And
So
then
he
the other
licked
guy-
her dude.
Yeah, but not consensual. It was rape because he had a knife.
Right.
So
Yep.
then the other guy came. They raped her. He raped her. I mean, it could be they. I don't know how he identifies now.
Yeah.
But at the time, they then raped her and left her there, and they were like, "Well, she's going to tell people we raped her, so what we're going to do is kill her."
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. And they took the knife and they stabbed her, I think 38 times, 40 times, sorry. And they cut her throat, 19, like right across, severed it. And they thought, they were like, right, she's dead here. So what they did was they pulled her guts out of her, the holes that they made, and they left her. Now, Alison, legend, woke up, still alive after this when they left. And first thing she was like, 'cause they said the real names, they were called like Taines and Franz, so he wasn't called Frank. Shit name, by the way, if your name's Franz, to change to Frank. And she wrote in her blood in the sand their names. So if anyone saw
And
them,
then she died.
no. So then she got up and she's like, I felt like she was
With her
naked,
guts
but-
hanging out?
So she was all like, I felt something wet down my leg and reached down. It was my intestines. So what she did, she found it at the t-shirt because she had laundry with her. That's right, because she'd been out. And she had held it and she was able to push her intestines together with her hand. But she said when she stood up, it was pitch black. So she's like, I'm blind. But what had happened was her head had gone right back and it was hanging off. And her head was looking up at so she took her other hand, moved her head forward, and was able to stumble to a road. And then someone went past her. And then another car came out, veterinary student, mate. He got her, called an ambulance, that with her, got her, and she lived.
That is...
It's mental how she did. So apparently when she was in there was a surgeon. Again, so many fluky things happened to her. Now, when people, like Catherine goes to me, she's like, "Oh, she's really lucky, isn't she?" And I was like, "No,
yeah.
because she got gutted and her head cut off. That's not lucky." But
Yeah.
the following circumstances were.
Yeah.
So they brought so the ambulance was driving really slow because they're like, "Well, there's no chance she's going to live here." So, but when they got her back,
That's pretty sly of the
yeah.
ambulance,
But
isn't
then
it?
like the guy who was the vet was like, "Hey, drive faster. She's still alive."
Yeah.
Said when they got her there, they needed to get a specialist who's like a specialist in like gastro surgery, right? But and then they need to get another general guy to do the neck and throat. And the guy was like, "Oh, he's a Polish fella," and he was over there. Like he's a doctor. He wasn't just a dude. But he was like, "Oh, I'm at home. We have to do like 2 specialist subjects, so they are my 2. I could do both the operations on her right now." So apparently another doctor was with him. He had to get her guts and clean all the sand and mud off the actual intestines before he put them back in.
Jesus Christ.
So he did that, put them back in, sewed her neck together, and she was able to breathe through the tube and all, but she lived. And then the worst thing was, in South African law,
The worst thing was? What do you mean the
no,
worst?
well, it's not the worst, but it gets worse. But afterwards, she had written the names of the 2 people that did it. But in South African law, you can't take it; has to be verbalized. They have to say it. So she was like, they were like, she can't speak. She's a fucking tube here, and they're like, the only way is to pull the tube out for her to speak. And she was like, I'll do it. I might lose my voice, but I'll do it. Pulled the tube out and told the guys' names. Got them arrested. And now she's still alive. But the coolest thing about it, then there is something cool about it, was the guy, the vet that found her. He then was like, I don't want to be a vet anymore. I want to be a doctor. And then she was told no more kids. She couldn't have any kids after that, obviously. She had 2 kids, mate, and he delivered her 2nd kid by the time he was qualified. Isn't that a nice way for that to end? Because it was pretty grim up until that point.
So yeah,
And
walled
both the
garden.
guys
The other
went to jail, you know? And that was what my walled garden was about. It was called role play, and it was about me
Jesus
assuming
Christ.
the role of Alison Botha.
If you
Good-
have
good
not
podcast.
turned off the podcast in depression, we appreciate everyone sticking around.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a pretty crazy story.
Yeah. I don't know why I told you that, or for what reason.
No. It was interesting, but it was also, has it ruined my Thursday? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe slightly.
But mate, she's still there.
Well,
She's still there.
Great to hear the great ending. Great to hear a positive spin on everything, and good for her.
You know what? And those guys are in jail. But what
Long did they get? Life?
No, but then they're up for parole recently, so they could get out, but hopefully they won't.
Oh,
But
no.
don't hear the worst. No, again, how we use this phrase. Why the guy's why now? There's plenty of reasons why the guy's a piece of shit prior to this,
Yeah.
but afterwards he wanted an apology from her because of all the negative press he was getting about stuff she was saying about him.
Fucking hell.
And secondly, he wants royalties from all her public speaking in the book she wrote, because
my
he
God.
alleges if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't have this story. Wow. That'd be yes. But guess what? The judge was like, nah,
Yeah.
no, sorry about that, mate.
Yeah.
I think he actually did say something along the lines of, and you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
so-
That's a
See, in that scenario, you know what you should do? Put him with a load of big lads that love to beat up rapists.
Yeah.
That'd be good crack. Just to
Yeah.
throw him in
Put him in the toughest part of the jail. It's the part I would go.
Yeah.
I'd volunteer to go there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey,
You would do well, I reckon. You would either...
oh, I'd be such a little fuck toy in
You
jail.
would either do really well in prison or terribly. It wouldn't. There'd be no. You wouldn't just get through it.
Yeah.
You'd either be like the guys who be walking around holding the inside of your pockets.
Oh.
Or you'd be.
I'd have 2 guys to each pocket.
And you'd be like, "How's he got 3 pockets?"
Yeah, you forgot about the
Yeah.
middle pocket, just undo my zip and put that there. I think Joe Exotic's doing really well in jail at the minute.
Yeah.
I think he's thriving in there. And I have no sources to confirm or deny this, but I just get
Who
the
are you, Paddy? Joe Exotic's doing great. How do you know?
Yeah. I just know I get like Glenn gets like feelings and like ideas and premonitions. I'm getting like a vibe right now that Joe Exotic's thriving in jail.
Imagine that was your the worst superhero. Your one power is just to know how Joe Exotic's doing the whole time.
I just have this feeling that he's like running the place a wee bit. I think he's using a celebrity status. I think he's like people look at him and go, "Oh, he's a wee bit."
Do you
of a
reckon
character."
he has a wee bitch in there, but he makes his wee bitch like paint his face like wee tiger and all? And he's like,
Don't know, because I don't think that's something he wanted to do on the outside world. Maybe he has the wee bitch pretending to be a tiger. I would say that's more the line he would take.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And yeah. Oh, I thought you meant painting this. Oh, the
No,
wee
I mean,
bitch paints.
and
I
he
thought
walks
you meant
around with his wee mate
no.
and chain.
I
Yeah.
thought you meant the wee bitch paints his
Oh, no.
face like a tiger, like a kid's birthday party. That's
No,
what
no,
I thought
I
you
mean
meant.
he makes his wee bitch do it, and his wee mate
Oh
goes
yeah.
around.
Oh yeah. He's definitely got a wee tiger boy in there.
Too exotic in the
tiger
tiger boy. You know what's scundery about that? Imagine the wee tiger boy got out and he came to his senses. And got married and all, had a family, and they're like, "Oh, what's prison like?" Yeah, I don't want.
Yeah, I don't want to go into it.
No.
They're like, "Fuck, it must have been dark," and he was like, "Yeah."
Bumps into one of the lads. He's like, "Oh, there he is, tiger boy."
He's like, "Fuck up,
Yeah.
them fucking kids are here."
He's like,
Dude,
"Tiger boy, what's
that's
this?
in the
Is that a
past.
point? Oh,
You're
don't
like,
worry.
no.
Oh, this fucker here. He used to.
Wee meow meow.
And you're like,
Fucking
"Oh, no,
do
not-
the wee trick you used to do,
Oh,
remember?
hello, kitty, mate. You know.
Oh,
Ironically,
no.
not a pussy inside the tiger boy, but you know.
Oh yeah.
But why is Joe Exotic in jail right enough?
Because he tried to attempt to murder Carl Baskin.
But
But
did he, or did he just say he was going to?
nah.
Fuck bitch.
No, sure. Remember this? Remember they sent one of Jeff's wee cronies down and all and paid him like $3,000 to murder the girl. And then Jeff's crony backed out and was like, "Nah, I'm just gonna go stay in this motel here off the fucking and gamble the money." And he
Yeah.
never did it. But then Jeff's wee fucking
Who's Jeff?
Jeff, the guy who took the zoo on him.
Oh yeah,
Remember
Right,
the guy
okay,
who
yeah.
he was friends with originally, and he was like, "Me and Jeff
The
are
guy-
buying this zoo."
He's the guy with like the do rag.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, and who was like a swinger and was like fucking. Oh, he was like had girls all around him all the time. Even
But
though
he wasn't sweet.
No, he wasn't sweet.
Yeah.
But he had that tiger energy, baby.
Yeah.
he had those. He had
Tiger
the
boy,
He had
tiger
those,
man.
He had those cats under his fucking control. You know what I mean? He had
Master
those
of the pussy,
had those
yeah.
pussies tamed.
Oh,
You
wow.
know, the good for Jeff. Yeah, Jeff. But no, I think Jeff. And then Jeff bought the zoo on his own. And
No,
then
that was Matt Damon. He bought a zoo, didn't he? Or it's
he?
a film. No, I said bought a zoo. It was a film he was in.
that was film he was in.
Yeah,
No,
shit.
Jeff actually bought the old Tiger King Zoo and then couldn't afford the upkeep of it, so had to let it go. And then Carol Baskin went on to buy the GW Zoo, and so she owns Joe Exotic Zoo now.
That's the worst thing for Joe Exotic. You know what I would have done? See if I couldn't afford it. I'd have been like, back to the Wild Boys.
And just
But
let
you
the
go,
tigers
yeah.
free.
That'd been good crack, wouldn't it?
Just letting tigers.
Yeah.
I always say this, like, do you know the way, like, when I don't want to give any terrorist ideas, but you know the way you get like ISIS and all who are like driving cars into the street and killing people and planting
Yeah.
bombs and stuff. My idea for a terrorist attack is this: just
Enlist them.
find like 100 rabid monkeys and just let them loose in Belfast city centre and just see what happens.
But that would
'Cause
be like chimps that eat people's faces and all.
whatever they
Did
are.
you see that movie? That shit film.
Planet
that
of the Apes?
Stupid bastard made. Jordan Peele. It was the one where it was like.
Nope.
No, it's new.
That's what it is.
You know what?
That's what it's called. Nope.
Is it called Nope?
Yeah, I'm not saying nope. I didn't say it. I'm saying that's
yeah,
the
that
name
one.
of it.
I hated it. Where's a monkey at someone's face on TV?
Do you know what's sad about that? His other two movies are great.
Nope.
And
The first one good.
do
Second
you not
one,
like the second one?
No, shit.
Oh no, I like the second
No, I
one. The
didn't.
tethered people.
Stupid.
Oh no, I thought that was fun.
No.
They had the
Because I love Jordan Peele.
yes.
And I really just don't want to. But I feel like Jordan Peele's got very like.
Well, he's very
You know,
artsy. Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh my god, what's he trying to say?" I tell you what he's trying to say. He hasn't fucking finished writing the fucking script properly. He's made it stupid. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
Even Get Out was fine. Fine.
Oh no, I thought Get Out's a great movie.
Fine.
No, I love it.
No,
Okay.
it's my opinion,
Yep, that's
but
fine.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But Key and Peele, best sketch show of all time.
Yes, I agree with that. That's something I do. I want to go back and rewatch like whole episodes of it because I'm pretty sure there's stuff I haven't seen still to this day.
Yeah.
To
To this day.
To this day. But yeah, so then Nope's about where the monkey eats face. But if you
Yeah.
want to do a terrorist attack,
But there's no point in the monkey eating the face in that whole film. It just was alluded to, but there's no
it was
point.
meant to have meaning. But
Nah.
what was the deal with the shoe just standing up? That was weird.
No, because remember the monkey did something like that. There was the shoes. The whole thing was fucking stupid.
It was a bit weird.
Didn't make any sense, mate.
Wasn't a fan of it. Apparently, has a new horror movie coming out next Christmas or something.
Yeah.
That's meant to be good. I don't
But it
know.
won't be. It'll be
It
shiny
won't be,
again.
it'll be shite again. But yeah, so you release that because here's the thing:
Mm-hmm.
our police force aren't trained to deal with situations like that.
Yeah,
Like they're
hold
trained to defuse bombs. They're trained to go in for snipers. And
Let
all.
me just go right. Where we'll use Ogden the Heron for example. Where are they getting an army of monkeys from, and how are they getting them?
Mate.
Yeah, but how are they collecting them? How are they transporting them?
Boat.
How are they getting them pumped up to release them?
Boat. We're boating it
Are you-
with the monkeys.
Do you fire like a load of, I don't know, diazepam or something into them? No, I've probably
Maybe.
get them sleepy.
Maybe. Well, look, they're going to need a wee
Give 'em-
sleep before the big attack.
Yeah,
They're going to need to rest up because
Right.
I'm putting them to work.
So give them diazes on the way over, and then give them bath salts, and just let them out.
No, what's poppers? Give them poppers whenever
But then
they're
their holes will just be hanging out. They look like baboons.
Well, that makes it twice as hard for the police then, because not only are they attacking, but they're shitting while they're attacking, and you don't want a monkey
And
shitting.
then that's the
attacking.
weapons of monkeys. Shit. So they're shit, and they'll be throwing the
So
shit.
they're
at you.
they're doubling up their ammunition
Yeah.
to attack. Look, because that's what I'm saying. Police here are trained to deal with certain situations. Do you think our police are trained to deal with 100 rapacious monkeys let loose?
100, or would you get more?
I'm just saying 100 like a round number, but it could be 98. it could
Because
be
what I
82.
reckon will happen would be PSNI would have to be like, let's just shoot the monkeys.
Yeah, but they're not all. Here's the thing. There's the monkeys
Oh.
are going to do some damage before they get to that
So
stage.
have they been training with a lung man? He's like, you need to do that. Bullets.
No, the lung man's got a wee gun in his mouth. And he's
Yeah.
just going, like the wee men in black, Derringer gun.
Yeah.
Choo, choo, choo. And he's just shooting the monkeys down. And he's got super
so
accurate.
he's the enemy of the monkeys. Long guy.
He's on our side, yeah. Long guy is like fucking. He's like Hawkeye from the Avengers, but
Yeah.
with this weak gun in his
I
hand.
mean, see, there was a period of time that Jeremy Renner was as useful as Long Guy. Remember, he ran his tractor over himself.
he was nearly another long guy.
I would have hated that if he died. Shit, I love Jeremy Renner.
I'm glad because like
Yeah.
it was bad enough with Chadwick Boseman, and then if he was to
Yeah.
go, and then fucking
Chadwick Boseman had cancer or something. He was so shit.
Thank you. What was the one? I think he had bowel cancer, or it was the prostate one maybe.
Yeah,
It's the one
but he was young too, wasn't he? I was shit.
42.
That's shit. Like, guys, see if you're that around our age, go and get your prostate looked at.
Have you got yours looked at?
No, but I'm going to do it on the Patreon.
You say that like you've been planning it for a while.
Yeah, like it's not where they go up your bum.
I believe that is the prostate check. Yeah.
They'd be like, "Why have you got scaffolding down there? It's ready to go."
Your prostate, I imagine, is pretty mean.
Like, how do you get it? What do you do to make your prostate healthy? Wank?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, again, not a doctor, don't have any degree or background knowledge on this, but I'm pretty sure you just keep draining that thing. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Okay. So if you let me see, I'm going to look up prostate health here.
Prostate health, yeah. Regular ejaculations,
Tips
cranberry juice.
for right. So you make your predictions. Tips for a healthy prostate.
Well, they're always going to say good diet, right? So diet has to be good. You know, avoid processed sugars.
Hey man, do you want to know how to prevent prostate cancer?
I would love to know.
You know what? This podcast is you know,
Educational.
I'd say one of the funniest, consistently funny podcasts.
Yeah.
Also one of the most underrated. May I add as well.
Absolutely.
But it's also educational. So you
Yeah.
learn things. You learn a wee bit of true crime here.
Yeah.
You learn that you can live with your bowels outside your body and no head for a wee period of time.
You learn new ideas about how to
Yeah.
put a terror attack in Belfast. You're welcome.
Like you do a new bit about some unorthodox terrorist attacks. You know, some methods. And
yeah.
I think that would be the next move to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Sleep, apparently.
So keep sleeping.
You get a good sleep.
All right.
For a
That's
good
me,
prostate.
Fuck. My prostate's fucked then.
Yeah, why do you not sleep well?
I go through phases, you know. Sometimes I sleep well, sometimes I don't. Depends.
You
what
need
the
an
force-
anti-inflammatory diet.
Oh, well,
So you
that's
do.
been
So eat
fucked as
sort of
well.
food like Italians, Jamaicans, or French. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Italians, I do eat a lot of Italian food, to be fair.
Yeah,
You
what
know.
do you? Yeah, Frank and Benny.
Pizza,
Hey, how you doing?
pizza,
But
lasagna.
vitamin D. I know you dish out a bit of vitamin D.
To be
but
fair,
yeah.
I am dosed out on vitamin D. I have loads
The
of
sun?
vitamin D. I take a supplement every day.
Nice.
Yep.
Right, this is something I've started to do recently. Replace sedentary with active.
Replace what?
Sedentary. So when you're sedentary, you're just sitting around,
Yeah.
loafing about.
Yeah.
Be active.
Yep.
Um,
Okay, that's good.
Fiber.
It doesn't say anything about wanking so far, and
Fiber.
I'm pretty upset about that.
Fiber, mate. Masturbation.
Prostate.
And this could be a video. Masturbation and the prostate.
Okay. We're digging deep here for the listeners
Yeah.
right now. We're teaching them how to keep their prostates healthy. Women, if you're listening, I don't know if you have a prostate. I don't think you do.
Oh, weird. Masturbation and the prostate's actually a Patreon podcast that Kieran and Willie do together.
Oh.
Who'd have thought it?
We know which
Um,
one's the prostate.
Here's a health tip that might sound pretty good to many guys. Have more sex or masturbate more and you might lower your odds of getting prostate cancer.
Whoa.
There you go. So that's what I'm out doing. Trying to
We're
lower.
just helping our prostates. So see, next time your wife catches you having a wee cheeky one in the shower,
Mm-hmm.
you go, whoa, babe,
Yeah.
prostate.
But I wonder if there's any other things that benefits of masturbation. I don't know. What are the health benefits? Dr. Butler. This is the
Benefits
news.
of masturbation, stress relief, I'm going to guess is one of them. Prostate. What else would there be? Cardiovascular. There's bound to be a cardiovascular element in the masturbation that's good. I think that's it.
You can release sexual tension,
Well, yes.
reduce stress,
Reduce stress.
help you to sleep better.
Oh, well, I didn't know that
Yeah,
one.
this is a weird one. Improve your self-esteem and body image. Oh, I feel like, so see if you put an outfit on, say you're in the changing rooms and you're trying an outfit and you're like, I look a bit fat here. Just go for it.
But I don't know. Part of me feels like you feel dirtier out.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh, I am a vile creature.
Here's one for you, mate.
Why me?
Strengthen muscle tone in your pelvic and anal areas.
Hey, let me tell you, mine's is pretty strong.
Yeah,
Alright,
but it's
as
on
is.
men's health, so this is good. This is a men's one because there was the female one there. I was talking about their vannies and all, and I don't interest.
Oh, I wanna know what the female fucking positives are for them.
Here's 10. They're not just 10. It's incredible. Number one, can help lower your prostate cancer risk. Isn't that good?
Guys,
That's
I
what we're
keep telling
saying.
you, if you're not pulling it, you're not doing it. Right?
Oh, wow. It makes you harder, apparently. As you age, you naturally lose muscle tone.
Because if you don't lose it, or if you don't use it, you lose it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's what they say
Helps
about
you
all.
last longer during sex. Boost your immunity, mate.
Yes.
So during COVID, fuck the
That's what I
vaccine.
was doing.
Yeah.
Boosting my immunity very
Yeah.
much over COVID. And
Exactly.
after COVID.
Yeah, so at the end of
And
the day,
pre-COVID, my immunity's always been pretty high.
it's a different kind of jab. You're not getting, you're dishing it out, you know.
It's any wonder I never get sick.
It can help you fall asleep. It can increase your lifespan.
I'm living to 400.
You never see that. You always see when they
They always talk about the downsides.
they're always in Good Morning, and you've a wee old man. They're like, "How did you live to 102?" Well, I had a lot of fish and I moved a lot. Imagine he's like sitting there. How'd you live to 106? Ripped the ballocks of myself flat out, turn it off me
and
here.
a glass of whiskey a day.
It can improve your skin. Here's a great one. Here's when you know they've said there's 10 reasons and they've got the 8 and they're like,
They're really
Fuck.
struggling to find reasons.
it helps you to get to know your own body better.
Jesus Christ.
Oh well, there you
At
are,
the
mate.
tender age of 34.
And you called it. You're not a doctor, but you called it. Improves your heart health. Contrary to popular belief,
Told you.
rigorous sex can up your risk of heart attack contrary to the popular belief that rigorous sex can up the risk of a heart attack or stroke, regular orgasms can help protect against cardiovascular disease.
Boom.
And a report from Massachusetts Aging found that men who had sex 1 or fewer times a month were 45% more likely to die of cardiovascular disease.
Oh, hey. It was good to know you.
I know. Listen, we'll be busting
Only
no time.
slag, and Big Davey's fucking putting it down all the time, every time.
Non-stop. Too many apps open on my phone there. There you go.
And your search history is now very questionable over the last 5 minutes. I
you
would
know
be
what?
surprised if the PSNI don't beat down this door.
Yeah, but they've got a fucking herd of monkeys to try to catch at the minute.
Good luck, lads.
Yeah.
We've just released Planet of the Apes out in Belfast.
Imagine how funny that Planet of the Gapes if they're on the poppers, you know. You know how funny would that be if you said a never-ending supply of wild monkeys? So the place and I come to get you, and like open, and like fuck, there's more bastards.
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe look if there's people
But
listening.
remember, like AIDS, man. Remember, apparently.
I do remember AIDS.
Do you remember
yeah.
a guy? It's always a guy. Here's the thing: always dudes that do shit. It's never the women. It's always the dudes that start these things.
Yeah.
You know, like always the dudes that find all the good solutions to the problems too, but mainly also the cause of the problems. But there at some point apparently was a guy who was like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck that monkey, and that's how the AIDS passed over apparently.
I have heard that as well. And look, it's very believable. Here's what I will say to you. You'll not look me in the eye, anybody in this world, and tell me that a man's never fucked a monkey. A man has absolutely fucked a monkey.
Yeah, of course.
And regardless of the AIDS thing, it's for sure happened. And a man's probably fucked many other animals and creatures because there's very sick people out there that would do
Do you reckon
that.
anyone's bucked a shark?
Wow. This is maybe the deepest question you've ever asked me on a podcast. I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes because, again, that blowhole's just too tempting.
Sharks don't have blowholes, mate.
You make one. You know, they do if you make one.
Wow. But they do have bums and vaginas, I think. Google shark fannies there. I'm not going to do it mine after my
Yeah,
last
your phone
search
needs a
history
break
there,
from
yeah.
dodgy searches. Let's use my phone now for the
Right,
dog.
has a man ever had sex with a shark?
Has a man ever had sex with? I mean, I don't think it's going to be documented with a shark. 7 scientific reasons you should never have sex with a shark. I mean, this is another great article
Yeah,
that
I
we've
mean-
just stumbled across.
What a slow news day that is. They're like, here, have you written that article as to why you shouldn't buck sharks?
Right, let's see. It's a Reddit thing, so it's very hard to open, but give me a minute and it will get there. Oh, why won't it open?
Do you reckon a man's ever bucked a bear?
Yeah.
Like a
But
real
look,
one?
they have to be sedated. Oh, hold on.
Oh, why those Russians love it, don't they?
Number 1, shark sex is extremely rough. That's maybe not one of the main reasons. A shark bites during sex. Okay. It has a hooked penis. I mean, I don't know why that's
Is this
relevant.
just shark on shark sex here they're talking about?
No, it says... Oh, it was open in there. You should never... Oh, right, okay.
This baffles me that this exists.
Larger species of male sharks bite the female to keep them close during sex. Yeah. You find see them
Nice.
trying to get away.
Is it Tiger Boy?
Yeah. Female sharks have evolved defenses to deal with sharks' rough sex. Okay, female sharks have rougher skin and thicker skin to deal with the biting.
Stinking.
Male sharks have two
The
reproductive.
Biden? Joe Biden?
Joe Biden, yeah,
He's
yeah.
bucked a shark.
Male sharks have two reproductive organs called claspers. During sex, they insert them into the female shark's reproductive opening called a colacula. Okay.
Count Colacula?
Female sharks stay in shallow water during mating season. Sharks have multiple sexual partners at the same time. Shark orgies.
Oh, wow.
Happening down in the fucking deeps of the ocean.
Mate, there's sharks off the north coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're looking to do some
So
shark
if you're looking to fucking yeah,
Port
that's
Rush
what
Harbour.
that's what it's told me. Can sharks get hard? Not at all. They don't need to be hard. Wow.
So do there be claspers just come out like this and then we like...
Just hooks in there. Yeah, it's
Stinking.
like a wee alien that just fucking.
But sure, have you ever
lurches in
seen
there.
like a cat stick?
Oh, apparently it's like hooky.
Yeah,
isn't it?
stinking.
I've never seen it, but I don't want
Because
to.
apparently, I think humans and dolphins maybe are the only two creatures that buck for pleasure.
Yeah, and isn't
But I
it-
can't tell. I can't see a monkey not bucking for pleasure. Like I can
Oh,
say.
monkeys are.
Yeah.
When I went to Africa,
When they're not ripping up the PSNI either.
see, when I went to Africa, you would literally drive by a herd of monkeys, and without a doubt, one was always picking something out of the other's hole.
Yeah.
And then eating it, and then fucking it. And that was just no. And then they would look at you as they did it too. Like, it was very weird.
Do you
They're
never done
dirty
that?
wee
Like
bastards.
a wee bit of tissue away. Come on, man.
No, I've never done that. Do you know who else has never done? The guy in the iron.
Yeah. Fucking hell. Imagine you paid for someone to sit in his face. And he'd suffocate. He'd have to,
Guy's happy.
it'd be like, you know, like when you fill a tumble dryer too much and it doesn't spin, it just goes, his lung, he'd sit in his face. Get off over
Do you ever
here.
remember when you went on like stag do's, or even like when you were in school and went on like all boys like retreat trips or whatever? And you'd be-
Retreats?
I know, like fucking, you know what I mean? And you'd all be sleeping in bunks and all, and then
Yeah.
like maybe in the middle of the night, one of the lads goes, "Watch this," and they pull their bags out and like
Yeah.
stick their arse in your face, and you'd be like, "Ah, get away!"
Yeah.
If you do it to him, he just has to be like, "Oh no."
Do you reckon he can speak, or he's just like...
He can
Thanks.
speak, yeah. They
Yeah.
should have done interviews and all with him in the clips and stuff. And he talks about like. Just
Can we
living
do a
in
sketch where you be the man in the lung? You just...
And I pick my nose out like.
Are you alright? Nah, I'm pretty bored, mate. I fucking wish I could go outside, mate. I'm stuck in here. I'm like a toaster. Can't do anything.
Oh,
A couple of my mates came in and stuck the fucking walnut in my nose.
yeah, he's just getting
Yeah.
teabagged by his mates. Yeah, when everyone's out, the camera's out of the room, they're like,
Yeah. My mates get wee semis and just bang it off his head.
oh,
And he's like,
just to
"No."
hear the sound.
Yeah. Yeah. Here,
Ah.
you can't do anything about that, long boy.
Oh, Long Boy, the worst superhero, and Tiger
Yeah.
Boy.
Oh, Tiger boy and long man.
Tiger Boy's just licking his wee face.
I know. Oh, Stig with his wee thorny dick. No.
Oh no, wee thorny catcock.
Catcock sounds a thorny catcock. Thorny catcock sounds,
Sounds
like,
like
a guy you'd
pimp.
meet at the Felons. Thorny catcock.
I'm thorny catcock.
Oh wow.
I run the felons. Do
I'm
you remember the
thorny
monkeys that got released 2 weeks ago? That was all me.
Tell you what, though, there must be a dude out there somewhere, like in a terrorist group,
Listening to this.
ISIS or the Ra, maybe getting inspo, but they
you
have,
say ISIS or the Ra?
yeah, just like one of those groups, and they have to look at new ways to cause terror. So, like, you know, like if you're trying to think of a new like marketing thing, so you're like, how do I get people to see my comedy more? What can I make more clips, whatever? There's a guy there being like, how can I get the most terror
Yeah.
for the littlest effort? Now,
True.
I'm going to say, if you're pitching the monkey idea,
It's a hard one.
a lot of work.
Lot of work.
And
Gotta
if
capture them.
If you've seen anything over the last few years, the boats from Africa to here aren't the most reliable.
No.
And you couldn't get it on. You couldn't stick them on the standing line
No.
because then they kick off. You've seen snakes on a plane. You don't need monkeys on the standing line. You know,
Could be a good follow-up, Samuel L.
Yeah.
I'm sick and tired
of these motherfucking monkeys.
on this motherfucking Stena line.
I mean, I would love to see that monkeys on a standing line.
Oh, yeah.
Shit. Oh,
I never watched Snakes on a Plane.
it's decent.
Yeah.
I bought a follow-up to it called Snakes on a Train, which was like a knockoff. It was shite.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it's true. And I thought it would be. I actually probably thought there'd be nudity in it. If I'm honest, that's why I bought the DVD back in the day. But it wasn't neither.
I love how your go-to movie to hope that there's nudity is Snakes on a Train.
But no, back in the day when I was like probably 15, 16, you'd have bought the horror films because you'd be guaranteed to see a wee bit of boob. Like.
Bit of hard tits.
Yeah.
Hard tits are funny ones, aren't they?
Yeah,
Because they make you a wee bit sad.
Yeah, but then you don't get it much anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's sad dying.
Because you used to be like, oh, there's some horror ditties, and then you would be like, oh, she's gonna die. If a girl gets her tits out in a horror movie, she's dead a few minutes later.
Yeah.
It's always a sad time.
It is.
Because you're like, don't fucking kill those off.
But that would be, maybe we just go the opposite way. We write a horror film where they get out.
Where they get their dicks out?
No, no, still boobs, but they live the whole way through. But the whole entire film's just boobs out doing all the horror and all. Yeah.
Attack of the boobs, Attack of the Ditties,
Yeah.
Attack of the Giant Ditties.
No, but the ditties are fighting
And
the
I
enemy.
play the main character who gets attacked by them.
Yeah, just smothered.
I'm like,
Starts
oh
off
no,
long man.
yeah. I'm trying to get attacked by them.
I know, yeah. And then that's the origin story of Longman. Because I lost too much oxygen to my brain because of these giant titties. Do you remember Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
Yes,
That was weird.
That was a cartoon, wasn't
It started off as a film, wasn't it? And then it moved into cartoon.
Yeah.
Attack the Killer Tomatoes. That was decent.
Da-da-da-da.
But yeah, imagine a movie where the guy's just got like a smick. So he's still got his trainers on, the socks.
Of course.
But he's got
because the smick will always have his trainers. Even when he's bucking, he's got his trainers in his
because you never know when the peeler's going to be looking at him and he needs to bounce out a window.
Yeah.
So that's the start of the film. He's small and Kevin at stacks and all. And then the door goes and it's the peelers, but his cacks and his trousers are off and he's jumped out the window. And he's still got his hoodie all zipped up and the hood up, his dick and all's out, and he's just running away.
Like a wee smicked out Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, and a wee pair of Reebok Classics just for, come on.
Yeah, nothing can outrun a smick in socks and trainers.
Oh no.
No.
And nothing can outrace a smick on a bike. Like you that's the biggest fucking travesty in the world. The fact that you don't have, like, you know, your man who's behind like the UK cycling team for the Olympics, why they aren't just kicking about the States looking, because if you're looking natural talent on a bike,
there's no, you don't
it's a
look no
smick.
further than a smick that's fucking.
Because I swear one day I was driving
Glued off his
along
beak.
the road and then I just saw like this cycle come up beside me and it was a smick rolling a cigarette, rolling a joint probably, drinking Boost, holding a set of speakers, just alright bro, just going as fast as my car.
That was also Cormac McDermott on his way to a gig.
On the way to the boxing. Alright bro.
That was the best thing, when he just showed up, zero training, and beat the fuck out of me.
Yeah.
And then just left straight away. He hasn't done a gig in years.
Yeah. He's so classic.
I remember being backstage with him, he was just so chill.
Yeah.
He's just like, I'm just going to go out and do it.
Yeah. He's so funny, Cormac.
He's
Like,
fucking, what a...
if you're listening to Cormac, come back. We miss you.
Yeah, come back and do something.
Yeah.
Come back and gig again, or fucking...
But I remember I did a podcast with Shane with him once, and he just arrived, and he wasn't like even that flustered, a wee bit sweaty probably.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I just ran here."
Yeah. But that's his thing. He doesn't get taxis to anywhere, buses. He just, anywhere he needs to be, he just plans in advance how long is it going to take me to walk or run to that place, and he just does it.
Yeah,
It's insane.
that is a mad.
That's why
business.
he's in great shape, like, for his...
Yeah, he's definitely what you describe as an enigma.
Yeah.
You know, there's not many like our Cormac. Like.
No, he's such a mystery, that guy.
Yeah.
Like, but he's a
Very funny, you know.
very likable, very
Yeah.
nice, and very funny
I
person.
really like the guy,
He's
yeah.
absolute header. Yeah, good fun. So the walled garden.
Oh yeah, you're dying. Let's talk about the wall garden.
No,
Let's
we haven't even talked about it.
Right.
properly.
Okay. So do you want to tell everyone what it was? First of all, keep them in the
It
loop.
was your solo show role play.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, very fun show.
Did you enjoy the show? Yeah.
Yeah.
My show.
I
Yeah.
enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Wow, amazing. Yeah, incredible.
Thank
Yeah, it was good. Long.
Sorry. Yeah.
I
did an extra 20 minutes by accident.
You did an hour and 20,
Sorry.
which is fine because it's your show. You do whatever the fuck you
value
want.
for money, but you know what?
You do 4 hours. if
People
you want.
didn't get their trains home. I don't care. Don't care, mate.
Yeah. But it was a good night. I enjoyed it. I was glad that I was very scared because the weather was very bold
Yes,
and evil.
yes.
And if you had booked your show a day after or a day before,
Yeah.
would have been a no-go by guy because the weather.
There was a
gods.
comedy show, I think, the night after.
Oh, was there
mine.
one the
I
night
wasn't,
after?
yeah.
Well, the night
So,
before,
yeah.
it was,
and the day of.
and the day
show
of,
cancelled.
It was. Did you enjoy it?
Oh, you know what? I loved it. I know
Good.
maybe it didn't look like it straight away afterwards,
Oh
but
yeah. You come off stage, the most depressed guy, most
Yeah.
sad guy, and who was it? Me and Dan backstage, being like, "You enjoy it?" And you were like, "Yeah," and we were
yeah.
like,
But
"Are you sure?"
let me just say, I felt there was a lot of pressure on me for it. I didn't have as many run-throughs of the show as I would have liked.
Yeah.
So usually I would be like,
You
ready
didn't
to
do
go.
your fieldies warm-up gigs?
No, because again, like I only got it sold out like on the day of.
Right.
So I didn't want to be like, I'm putting on a wee cheaper show the night before.
Yeah.
Whereas next time I'll do that. But because I had to approach it differently, I had to put a lot of work into it, like learning it, making sure the jokes made sense to me, ran them through enough. So I was like, and if I lose one wee bit, a lot of them had callbacks and tied into shit. So I was like, I need to remember this. I need to be on it. And I think, you know how hard, like my head needs a lung box around it because
Yes.
there's not a lot of
Yeah.
ability. So all my entire thought and everything was just to make sure I didn't fuck it up.
You looked
And then
as
when I
sad
did,
as
I was
the
done.
lung guy when you come
Yeah.
off stage.
But when I got the fieldies and had a pint, it was
It was
all
good.
good.
It was
You know,
good.
it was all
Yeah.
I was back. There's nowhere I love in this world more than fieldies.
You love a Guinness from there. Like.
Oh mate, there's nothing better.
Yeah, it was good fun.
But what I will say, shout out to Calvin for videoing, taking the pictures.
Calvin's the
Beautiful.
best.
He is the best.
Calvin, we
No.
love Calvin, and you found Calvin originally. I remember.
No, you know what? Calvin reached out to me
Calvin reached out to you.
and said, you know, would you like someone to take pictures of your Ulster Hall show?
And sure, look, that's got
Yeah.
him loads of work now when
But
you
then,
think about
but then
it.
I remember the time I said to Shane, I was like, "Oh, don't take this guy on. You don't know who he is. He might be shit and all." And I was like, "No, I trust him. Let him come do it."
Yep. And now he's doing all Shane shows.
Yeah,
He did
see?
my show.
Yeah, and it was
Uh,
great.
Yeah.
And you know what? Above all else, real sound guy. You like to have people.
Loveliest guy.
You like to have people hanging about with that you enjoy and you like and you're friends
Absolutely.
with.
And I like his style. If anyone is looking some sort of photographer out there for anything, hit up our boy Calvin because he's a good
But not
bloke.
too many people because we also
Because
still
we want
want
to keep him
the
to
user.
ourselves.
You know what I mean?
We like
But
him.
I saw some pictures of the gig. Well, there's a couple in particular. One I really, really liked that I think's a framer from my office. Now, Catherine will let me post it. She said, "Oh my God, look at my chins." But it was the three of us laughing at the penis team, which we'll discuss
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
And there was one of just you and me having a real laugh. I thought it was great. And then another one I really liked, there's one of you bringing me on and we're just fist bumping. I thought that's great.
Yes.
Now, so what I didn't like so much was how stinking I looked. I was like, look how fat this guy is. I talked about it in the introduction.
Right.
And then Monday came along, I got straight to the gym and I was like, I'm a gym guy now.
Yes.
So that was what I needed.
You in that calorie deficit?
I'm in that calorie
That's
deficit.
what you need to be, baby.
Drinking that black coffee, man.
You need to be deficiting.
Yeah. I'm
for
an
as
elliptical
much as you
king,
can.
mate.
Yeah.
I'm flat
Is that what
on the
you're on?
elliptical.
And you're doing at the gym?
Yeah, go to the gym
Going
and
to
do
your gym.
like today I'm going to go around, probably do half hour on the cross trainer to warm up.
Good.
Then go do some weights.
Good.
Then go home,
Nice.
walk a dog.
Nice.
Let's give it
That's what
10k,
it's all
yeah.
about.
And it's, you know what? Above all else, I just feel better
Yes.
in myself.
Yes.
You know. So
see,
it's good.
see if you just stay on that deficit, baby. You'll the weight will fall off you. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? It needs to because like I'm an age now where you're like, look at Bray Wyatt. He just died of a heart attack, and I'm older than him.
Yeah.
It made me sad.
Yep.
He made me really sad. Like I wasn't the biggest Bray Wyatt fan in the world, but liked him as a guy, liked him as a dad.
It was
you know, sad.
It was very what's the word I'm looking for? Unexpected, maybe.
Yeah.
I know he was out like because he was
Yeah,
sick
for
and
those who
stuff.
don't know, he's a wrestler, WWE wrestler, like and I had like a main eventer.
He was a
Yeah.
world champion, yeah.
But he was he just because he was very elusive as a guy. He sort of had a bit of mental health problems for a while. Took a lot of time off. Got released. Came back. A lot of build to him coming back.
Yeah.
And he fought one match and then disappeared again. People are like, is he just not wanting to wrestle anymore? And then they're like, oh, nothing was known about it. And they're like, yeah, he had a life-threatening condition. And then it was like COVID. And then within a couple of days, died. It's heartbreaking. I thought it was a work at the start initially. I thought it was just the way, because if ever there was a guy you believe would do that, he
Yeah.
would be the sort.
Yeah.
Got it? Heartbroken. Young kids, mate. So
Sad
it
to
made,
hear.
it made me go, you know what? Never take these things for granted. And then heard somewhere else, apparently, if you've got like a hangy belly,
Yeah.
your belly's heavy,
Yeah.
it pulls in your heart and can cause damage. So I want to
Right.
get rid of all that shit.
So you're getting rid of the hangy
I want to get rid of all that. And then apparently, too, you can get your dick bigger, too, losing weight. So
Here. Fucking get it going then, you know? Show a good time.
Christian Bale and the Machinist, just a big fucking 2-litre bottle of water, a big Walt on him, like, you know.
But yeah, so will we talk about the penis team?
Yeah, so the penis team, for those, you did a clip.
I've put out a clip. It's on my Instagram. You can go watch it. Where I attempt to do some crowd work.
Yeah, it's a lot of
that
fun.
was advised by you, ill-advised, some would say.
But then,
by you,
was it ill-advised or has it got you got a good bit out of it? A lot of
I
fun.
think it's been funny. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
penis
was
team.
all in good fun. But yeah, you seen when we were backstage, you seen 4 or 5 guys come in, and you went, "Oh, do you know it'd be funny if you just looked at them and went, what do you use the penis team or whatever?" And we busted out laughing at it. And then I thought, "Oh, that's funny, Dave, very good." And you were like, "No, actually go out and do that." And I was like, "Oh, Dave, I can't." And you were like, "No, you have to go do it." And I was like, "Fuck's sake," because you want to help your friend and you want your friend to do, but you also want to have a good gig. It was very conflicting, but we went out and did it anyway, and hey, it was good fun. It's also a great example of why I never do crowd work.
But it was just so stupid. That's why it was funny to me.
Yeah,
because what is a penis team? You know,
what's those guys?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? A team of penises. You know what I mean?
But then what
like
was
the
good?
Dream Team in basketball? Are the penis team.
The Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
But it was like you got some callbacks. I even got a wee bit of chat to the penis team there too. It was
people love the penis team.
Yeah, and it was
people are big fans of the penis
team.
But
that's my favorite. My favorite kind of banter is banter that
it's silly and stupid.
It makes people, instead of going, "That's just funny," straight off.
Yeah,
you have to think about it and be like, "What is that even? What?"
It confuses people, and then they have to come. But they have to just accept it for what it is.
That's my favorite bit of banter. Like I remember once I commented on a friend of ours, a friend of ours' mum's put a post on Instagram of just their mum, and I thought, I'm gonna write underneath this, "Very sexy." No, I didn't do that because I was like, "Oh, pretty woman," but I didn't want to just because to me the humor would be like they would see that and then go, "Why's he done that?" It's kind of like your thought process behind releasing the monkeys. It's unorthodox. It makes people go, weird. What? So to me, I knew how funny it would be to them being like, well, and then I got a message being like, "Why did you write that?" And I was just like, "Listen, call a spade, bro." So it's just that kind of banter, like it makes you go, "What?" It's funny to me. Yeah. I like it.
It was fun. Yeah, it was good night. I was good.
I'd like to come back. What are you doing this afternoon?
This afternoon, I am just doing some editing work in the house, just editing some videos and
for the penis team?
No penis team. No, I'm actually editing Andrew Ryan's comedy special at the minute.
Nice. Oh, and I hope you're charging him a good fee for it.
Fortune, absolute. I'm milking him for all he's worth. You know what I mean? Taking that fucking money because he's going to claim it back from the tax man anyway.
Yeah, fuck him.
You know what he's like.
Well, listen, he's already sent his taxes and it's not even due.
Exactly. He sent his tax for 2026.
He paid the Meek Glenn to predict the taxes for him, and he then put his invoice in in advance.
Andrew's way ahead of the game. Like.
Andre Rion.
He's getting his pension next year, I think.
Oh no, I've mugged myself. I'm for some reason logged out of Patreon here, so I can't even read you the questions.
Oh boy. That's sad to hear.
I know it is sad to hear. Let's see. But if we can get in, I'll give you some listeners' questions. How about that?
Yes, I would like to hear some listeners' questions, please. Hit me.
Well, you got some, so fucking get over it. Right.
Oh, all right. Whoa.
By the way, if you want to ask questions, now I'm doing a new thing. You can only ask questions if you're on the Patreon, so
there you go.
Eat shit if you're not.
There you go.
Naomi Mitchell says, "Whenever you think it can't get any worse," and then she sent me a link to something.
Oh, this is going to be disgusting, vile, or dark, or something, or sexual. It's going to be something mad.
Oh yeah, I have seen this actually.
Oh, I have seen this. Yep.
So, for anyone who doesn't know, we'll not play that, but it's
people have probably seen this clip going viral about.
It was a podcast clip. There's so many problems with it. Do you want to explain what it was for a start?
Basically, a user sends in a letter. A problem being like, listen, this is what's happened to me. They discovered under their mum's bed a box of sex toys.
Yeah.
They took out the box and looked through the sex toys. There was one sex toy in particular that was a dildo.
And they called it a big veiny beast, didn't
they?
Big veiny.
And they...
this is where my problem comes to the story.
Yeah.
The next part.
Yeah. They... proceeded, I think they washed it. They washed the sex toy. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. And then they went to use it on themselves.
Never use your parents' sex toys. That's just kind of a...
never use someone else's sex toys, let alone your parents. Because fucking that's been... That's been in the man iron long.
But say, for example, you're like... I'm trying to look at something that would make sense.
Like a flashlight?
Like say... No, but if we're like in a gay couple...
If we're in a gay couple,
so we're a gay couple together.
Yeah.
And we just have a communal box of dildos,
right?
Or strap-ons, or balls, or whatever guys like.
Yeah.
And I just reach in and be like, "Oh, I'll use your like snooker cue with the knob on the end," and you just wire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Drop it back in there. I don't know whether it's like that blue liquid in a barber shop. You just stop. If you're
barbecue or whatever it's called.
You just drop it in there.
Yeah.
I don't know if you do that, and then you use it. But I mean, you definitely don't even look or touch. You don't touch. If you see something that might be a sex toy in your parents' room, you don't go near it. You just go, "Not for me."
Yeah, you don't delve into it further. You don't investigate
Because
it.
it's like Tupperware. If you open, there'll be some sort of scent. You'll get away. What's that? I saw you, bit of a. You'll get some kind of. You'll get some sort of blurred aroma. You know what I mean? You'll get some sort of
aroma.
It'll be like if you open it up and be like, oh, does she have a Gwyneth Paltrow candle down here? You know what I mean? Oh no, she doesn't. It's just as my mum's blurt scent in a box.
Yeah, don't open Pandora's box.
Because you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and who's got a mother called Pandora? Who knows? But you know what I mean? If you're at it, so this is a match what they do with dildos. Whoa. So you're just
wank them?
You're trying to stick it in you as far as it can go.
Right. You're trying to Highlander it. Yeah.
There'll only be one.
Yeah.
But then when you're done, I don't imagine you go, right, okay, because you'd be tired and all. You just drop it down and be like, put that away. I don't imagine it gets washed a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, so look, but if you are listening, do sanitize your sex toys if you're using them with multiple partners or whatever, because,
like a barber, that's a good idea. Why don't we invent that and go to Dragon's Den?
Fucking sanitizer for
but like
toys?
there's some kind of dildo like hooked to it, so you can pop them in and like lower. Kind of, no, it's a bad example, but kind of like a baby's bottle sterilizer, except it's a sex toy sterilizer.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, fair enough. And then
I would love a dildo. You could spin and the spunk could shoot out, not to use sexually, just to go up to people like a man in the iron lung.
Like a super soaker.
Yes.
Just buy a super soaker. Then why does it have to be?
Because it has to be filled with cream. So
you can just fill a super soaker with cream.
Unless your dick looks like a super soaker, it doesn't look like a real dick.
Hey, man.
Anyway,
so they find the mother's sex toys under the bedroom. Open up the box. Go to use this.
But how dirty do you have to be to go? Oh, I'm horny now.
Yeah, like, let me just use a bit of that. I don't know why this came into my head, but I just remembered. It's so fucking disgusting. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying this. I once had a friend who would shave their head, like you would when you shave your head. But he was living with his parents at the time. And basically, his dad had a bald head, and he would shave. His dad would shave his head, but then he would then use the same razor to shave his arsehole with.
The dad would?
No.
Oh no.
My mate.
Well, I know who that is. There can only be one guy, can't it? I'll not say it now. Cling, cling, cling.
Anyway, that just came into my head. So yeah, that's pretty vile. But anywho. Basically, what would happen is, she found the dildos, used the dildo, and then seen on the side of the dildo that it was a clone of Willy dildo, which meant she had fucked herself with her dad's dick, essentially, by proxy. Which, and she enjoyed it too, which is even weirder. But
for the sake of the story, she reached her climax before she realised.
Yeah, she only realised post-climax that it was her dad. But like you were saying, once you're post-climax, you don't go further. You don't read the side of the dildo. It's a very weird story.
I think it's a spoof.
I think it's there is a lot of
truth or spoof.
There's a lot of spoofs flying about, so there is
everyone talking shite in podcast clips, lying, spoofing.
Yeah.
Let's go on to the next question. Dean says, lads, oh wow, I'll take this one. Discuss these boys who enter physique competitions and have to get practice posing, getting a spray tan and wearing a thong on stage. Surely there's nothing sillier. Now, I must admit, I know I'm not the physique of a guy. Love bodybuilding as a sport. Love what goes into it. Love seeing all the guys that do. From Arnold back in the day, the Franco Columbos, those kind of guys. Serge Olivier's, those sort of boys. Frank Saints, love the physiques. Yeah. Even right through to like the more recent guys, the Ronnie Coleman's, the Jay Cutlers. Flex Wheeler, all those boys.
Yep.
Like it, but he means a physique. Like physique basically is the leaner kind of sports type guys, not the big muscle freaks, But there is something weird about it. If you take a step back from what bodybuilding is, it's effectively people, could be you or me, watching these really jacked, low body fat guys and judging their bodies and going, you could do a bit more tricep there. It's weird.
The judging of it's very weird, isn't it?
But what is also weird, when they do the practice pose, you see a lot of this. I think I've spoken about it before, but it's something that I always laugh about. Is like a bodybuilder will be there and they'll be like, take your shirt off to work on the pose. And instead of like taking the trousers off, they'll just lower they'll have their pants around their ankles, and they'll be like, and there'll be other fellas like really sincerely judging, like, you know. And then if you take a step back, well, that's a weird thing. A guy's rolled his pants up his arse, and you're just, you know, it is very strange. And I do think like it's a weird thing to do, I think, on an amateur level. Do you know what I mean? To like put that level of torture and all for what? Just to be like, when you're in good shape. You know what I mean? I think you need to be like properly, you're like a freak, you know, to be so jacked to be.
The tan's a funny thing, isn't it?
I mean, it's the only thing you can literally do blackface and black whole body for. Yeah. You know, because they do just roll on the tan.
Did you ever get a spray tan?
Would I?
Yeah.
Nah, I would like to get a real tan.
But what if, look, we live in
I
Northern
would
Ireland.
probably.
We live in
You know,
Northern
I would
Ireland.
probably.
I think me and you should get spray tans next
Yeah, I
time we're
think
doing a
too.
podcast together. I think it'd be funny as fuck.
And not mention it.
Yeah, sure. I had to get one for stage last year for West Side Story.
That's right. I remember you being a wee bit more tanned.
Yeah. And
You had to get one. Oh, had to. You just had to.
You can go light, medium, dark, or ultra dark.
Please tell me you went ultra dark.
I went dark.
I would go ultra dark.
But next time,
yeah,
me and you're going ultra dark.
I'm going to say even more than ultra dark. I want to go further than that.
I want to be like this curtain.
Yes. And I'll just be like, what's tan? So shut up.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah. Like, why have you got the white on the eyes and the mouth? You're like, it's tan.
Listen,
You're
it's
like,
that sun cream, like a cricketer. Don't worry.
Sun cream.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Did they do it up your ass or did they?
I only did the
ass?
upper body for this because my legs weren't on show for the
Oh,
show.
you're a bit like an MJ.
Yeah, I was half black, half white. The vitiligo.
Like no, not minstrel sweets. What are the sweets called? Remember, you used to get
Vice
them.
versus.
Oh, mate,
They were great.
why are they discontinued? Why are they discontinued? Fucking woke
Stormont
bastards.
is
Left.
shite. That's why.
Jordan
But
Peterson's coming. Do you want to go see him?
sure, I mean, I'd say a lot of people are angry at him coming, but yeah, I'd be up for it. But yeah, you can go in if you just put a sock on your dick and then get everything else spray tanned. That's what we'll do.
Natalie said you were wearing a good shirt in the photo. Also, goals for the latter half of the year. Why do you not feel Edinburgh runs or slots would be good?
It's not that they're not good. They are good, but look, you got to put in the perspective, the logistics of being in Edinburgh. Like, it all looks like fun and games when you're not there, but when you're there, it's a fucking real slog. Everyone loses a lot of money. It's expensive. It's extortionate. Like, are you really getting that much from it? Fair enough, you get to do gigs every day and stuff like that, which is good, but you also have to work hard for it. And if you're an act, like, you know, I would say me anyway, like, I would have to do a lot of work to get people into shows for me, and like, it's just so much.
You know what? I think for where I am in life right now, it would be a wee bit of an ego move to do Edinburgh.
Yeah, that too. There is that.
Rather than...
There is the ego
Because
part.
I'm not going to come out of it with a big load of dough. I have a lot of time away from the family.
Yeah.
Also, I have had a very busy August, and I have found that the last few years.
Yeah.
Is whenever I'm not in Edinburgh, I pick a lot more work here.
Yeah, because there's a lot of opportunity still to be had here. We can gig here still. We can, do loads of different stuff.
Do you know
here.
what? I have nothing against it, and I would love to do Edinburgh again. However, it would need to make a lot of sense and not be a stress for me.
Don't get me wrong. Like, if I thought I could go over to Edinburgh, sell out every show, fucking, make money on it, I would absolutely go, but I just know that I can't. I don't have that ability, so I'm like, well, what's the point then? I might as well just stay here. And
we've done it, been there, done it.
We did it many, 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 many years ago, and I was happy to do it then, and I think I'm happy enough to just put it in the past. I think as a comedian as well, you should be looking to do things that are different. Don't do what everyone's doing just for the sake of it. Think what's different that you can do.
Exactly, like release monkeys.
Like release monkeys
into the wild. That's pretty different. I mean, that'd be a good way to promo your new I mean, you did a show Africa. Why didn't
coming
you
out later this year?
Why didn't you release them? Maybe
I will for the promo video.
You could do. Were you a big fan of the Wizard of Oz, mate?
Huge fan.
What you could do
Flying monkeys?
Be class. No, you know why? Obviously, it's a big shout out to my boy Shed and Geedy. They're not
Shed and Geedy.
Yeah.
Look, I don't know what's going on with those two right now. But I feel like something's in the air with them.
I just feel like the era of the panties over, and you know what? Seeing them packing it away made me sad.
Makes me
However,
sad.
With a door closing, there's always another one opens. So what I'm saying here is the panties free, right? What do you think of this for an idea?
I'm listening.
No, I leave my wife. No.
Yeah.
So the panties free.
Yeah.
We rented for a day. Right, you and me rented.
And just make videos
One day,
in it.
no. Get a load of monkeys.
Oh
So
yeah.
we get maybe we could probably 30 or 40 monkeys.
I would get a good load of monkeys.
30
in there.
monkeys.
Yeah.
Go to Elliot's on the way through.
Yeah.
I'll get a family discount. Buy loads of wee wings.
Oh yeah.
Put the wings in the monkeys.
Yeah. You dress up as
Yeah.
Tin Man. I'd be Dorothy.
Yeah, and then what we do, set up a camera. We just fuck monkeys out the window.
Yeah, and we set them free and we
Yeah.
let them. Imagine we fucked a bunch of monkeys out the window.
like,
Thinking they can fly.
and I'm dressed as the Cowardly Lion, and you're the Scarecrow. The PSNI stopped the fucking the motorway off.
But the best thing is, as soon as they hit the ground, they're just splatting, and we just keep going. We're like, the next one, next one, next one, and we're just looking down, going, "Oh fuck!"
And that's how we PR your new show. And then you're like, the show's called Africa. What's the reference to the Wizard of Oz? Okay, and then you go, hey, you're not in Kansas anymore. You're like, does he make sense?
You go, "What to use the penis team or whatever?" That's how.
A load of monkey bodies just splattered.
They're all in different wee areas.
And then you're like, here, maybe this one can fly, that one couldn't. Yeah. Oh, mate, or if we get a wee bit extra, though, we get a gorilla. And, and make him climb the oval like King Kong.
He's got a big whack dick on him. Just King Dong.
Yeah, King Dong. He's just in there, he lives in the panty now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'm keen to see what the boys are going to do next. I hope it's good, because I love the two of them. They're classic.
Guys, get it together, you know what I mean? Do it for the good of Belfast.
Oh, listen, but listen, if anyone knows where to get monkeys, we'd
Hit
like
us
to
up.
do the Wizard of Oz stunt.
The stunt.
Here for Wizard of Oz, listen, if you're doing a production of the Wizard of Oz, or even Wicked, anything like that in the Opera House, this is the PR team.
Yeah.
Forget the penis team. These guys,
Yeah.
full of ideas. Jane has said, may have asked this before. I'm just laughing at you throwing monkeys out the window dressed as a scarecrow. I may have asked this before, but where are your favourite place or places to holiday in Northern or Southern Ireland? Dave, would you ever consider a touring caravan owner? No, because I'm not a fury. So no thanks.
The North Coast is always a great shout. We've a lot of beautiful places up there. South I don't know an awful lot about, but I hear Dingle's the place to be.
Dingle? There's a wee dolphin down Dingle, you know that?
Didn't know that. Just one dolphin, one singular dolphin
Yeah,
in Dingle.
the dolphin of Dingle.
Fair enough. The Dingle dolphin.
Yeah, Dingle dolphin.
Yeah.
No, I just got tagged in something. I'm like, oh no, I didn't realise that. So
Oh,
it's
right,
like,
okay.
whoa.
I was wondering what you were
Yeah,
looking
the
at
dolphin,
curiously.
the dolphin of Dingle. Yeah, no, you know when you tag something, you're like, I didn't remember that. Oops. My favourite place, I like the North Coast. I really
You're a big
enjoyed.
North Coast guy.
I enjoyed the Ring of Kerry.
Never been.
Oh no, not the place. I just there's a girl I used to know. No,
Kerry Katona.
yeah. Oh, I don't know
The
about
Ring
that.
of Kerry Katona.
I mean, if she wanted to release it, because wasn't there that the wrestler China had one night in China was one. I know one night in Paris.
That was the
Paris Hilton's one.
Yeah.
And Kim Kardashian's big hoop, that was one too, wasn't it?
No, I think hers was called something else. What was hers called?
Ray J and Kim's bucking
Sensation. No.
sensation.
What was
penis thing.
Kim Kardashian? I'm gonna look that up now. Kim Kardashian. What was the
Sex
name?
tape name?
What? Maybe it was just Kim Kardashian. Was the name of Kim? Oh, I've spelled it. I near spelled Kim Jong Un.
Like, what's the name of Kim Jong Un sex tape?
Sex tape. Oh, Kim Kardashian, superstar.
Wow, I
was
mean
the
it's
name
a
of
good name.
Yeah, and it was out in. She filmed it in 2003, 20-year anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Of the superstar.
Here, I've got an idea what
Shout
we
out
do,
to-
right?
Oh no! Why your ideas always are so evil?
We get a load of monkeys, right? We rent out the panty.
Yeah.
We stop at Elliot's. We get a load of long black wigs. We go to Boots and get some Kylie Jenner makeup. We do the monkey's makeup. And we fuck him out the window.
Every PR idea we have just involves us taking different theme monkeys and fucking them out the
Can you
window.
imagine the PSNI would be like, oh, there's been a problem here on the motorway. I was like, oh, what's wrong? And they're like, fucking hell, Butler and Elliot must have a show to promote or something. Like everything.
We're like, for the failing next year, listen to us. We take a bunch of monkeys. We dress them up as Cherry Adams, and we
Dress them
fuck
up as the Wolf Tones. Get them the wee Karate Kid Wolf
we
Tone
fuck them
headbands.
out the window. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh wow, we fuck them off the balls of the falls.
And we keep getting funding for it.
I know. Because then the thing about it is we fuck them off the balls and the falls. And then what we do is we just take them to the corn market and just fuck them off there too. Going into the, there you go, cross community it.
Oh, fuck.
Oh dear, that was a lot of
Jesus
fun.
Christ.
Oh, right, last question. Aaron wants to know, do you and Shane have a butt phone, kind of like the bat phone? And anytime you want Butler to come on the podcast, you ring it?
I mean, there is. Listen, 99% of the time, if you ask me to come on, I'm there, baby.
But you know the thing about you too that people don't realise? You're a great podcast guest.
Thanks,
Also,
I appreciate that.
you don't
Appreciate
have or do a podcast, so you're a bit more available to just come on the other podcast.
that. Exactly.
Oh no!
Whoa!
I get so excited thinking about killing monkeys.
You got a big fucking
Yeah.
podcast route there. Yeah, and also because I'm self-employed, so I have availability to move my schedule about a little bit on a
But yes,
day-to-day basis.
we do have a phone.
But yeah,
The butt phone.
there's a button under this table. You just hit it. I show up 20 minutes later with with a batch of monkeys ready to promote
You
a
say
show.
flying monkeys into the mirror 3 times and you appear.
And yeah, like the weird candy man.
And you appear with a chimp. Hello.
Oh, it's like, remember Michael Jackson had the pet chimp Bubbles?
Yeah.
See, I would love to have one like that, but you can only have them up to a certain age.
But the good thing about the chimps is they come to a point where like they're wee masters of the dark arts, aren't they? Because like they'll be like, oh, he's really sound. Then one day the chimp will go, kind of like to rip his face off.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what happened to Michael.
What do you think? The monkeys ripped his face off, and that's why he had to get all the plastic
And he got
surgery?
all pointy and all. Yeah, that could be it.
Maybe Bubbles got a wee bit too aggressive.
Maybe Bubbles just got a big black Michael Jackson face somewhere.
He's just wearing it.
Yeah, and then they're like,
I think Bubbles is dead.
yeah, Bubbles is dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
You looked it up?
I fucked him with the Opal Tower.
I had a show to promote.
See, this is it, Thurs. That's what put Michael over the edge. He heard I fucked Bubbles out the window. Oh dear. I fucked him out of the gherkin. I sent him out of the shard. And then Michael's
Oh,
oh
no.
dear, R.I.P. Bubbles.
Oh, Bubbles. He was.
I think that was a bit too much for him.
What, Michael or
Michael
Bubbles?
doing the 75 shows or something.
It was. I think it was 100, wasn't it? How many shows? Or no, it was 50. How many shows? I'm gonna say it was 50.
And then your mate just what killed him?
Was Michael? What do you mean, my mate? What
The
fucking
doctor was
Conrad Murray?
Murray, yeah.
This is it. I think it was meant to be 50 in London. 50 concerts by Michael Jackson to be held
In a row?
They were scheduled to begin in July 2009 and continue to March 2010. And they were all sold out, and he died 3 weeks before the first date. What? Michael Jackson was 65 today.
Well, he wasn't.
Well, he was meant to be.
Well, what age did he die?
50.
So there you go.
Yeah. Well,
Can you imagine
49.
the state of him now if he still lived? He'd be a weird looking critter, wouldn't he?
Yeah, it's almost better in a way
Yeah.
that he died at the age that he died at, because he wasn't looking sweet at the age of 50.
No.
So I could imagine at this age it would have been.
Is Double J still kicking about? Joe Jackson, or is he dead too?
Joe Jackson died.
Oh no.
He died a few years ago. The Met's still going. Big Catherine's still laying it
Nice.
down with the kids. Like,
Tell you what, Catherine's blurt's magical. She's had some
if there's
famous
one
kids.
blurt that has
Yeah.
produced some talent, it's her blurt. Like,
That's why they call her Money Blurt. Catherine Jackson, aka Money Blurt.
that is what they
Yeah.
call her. Yeah, the money blurt. They're still trying to get stuff
Yeah.
out of it.
Like that's it. But when you go down, all it is just dollar bills just shooting out, like a label printer.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out. Have you ever seen Jermaine these days? His hairline's not great.
But he just paints it.
He paints his hairline on.
Because he was the one. I remember David Guest was like, "Yeah, Jermaine Jackson told me this wee life hack about my hair, and I was just using boot polish." And it's like, that's not a hack, Guest.
Jermaine Jackson hair. I want to look at it.
You know,
right
he's
now.
got a kid, Your Majesty.
He also has, he has Your Majesty and Jafar Jackson. There's another one as well. I don't know. There's one of them that's playing Michael in a movie.
Michael. Oh no! I mean, it's crimped at the side.
Yeah, but
You know, it looks like a poofy. You know, you put your feet up and you watch the telly if you're a pensioner.
I mean, he's still got the top of it looking pretty sweet.
I mean, I'm going to go as far as to say that's a hair replacement system.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
No, I think it's all
No.
boot polish still.
Yeah, it's boot polishing. I mean, why don't the Jacksons just get old normally? Like LaToya doesn't look normal.
No.
Janet's looking a wee bit more like Michael these days.
Yeah.
Michael.
Michael. What age is Jermaine Jackson? Jermaine Jackson age.
The Jacksons. He must be a lot older. He must be 70.
68.
No?
Jackie's 72. Tito's 69.
Tito.
Janet's 57. Marlon's 60. Raby Jack. Who the fuck's Raby? Jafar is the one that's playing Michael Jackson in upcoming.
Show me Jafar Jackson. Oh, wow. He's come. He looks like Cristiano Ronaldo's son. I'm Jafar Jackson.
He does look a wee bit Michael-esque.
Oh, here. Speaking of people that look like people, I randomly saw today this guy.
Okay, who's he look like?
Shane McMahon's son. Why could he look less like Vince?
Oh, fuck.
Isn't that the most young Vince looking guy you've ever seen?
Oh, he does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Shit.
Like that's just young Vince.
Wee Vinny.
Isn't he?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fucking McMahon genes are
I was
strong
like,
in him.
he just, there's, you know what?
That's the future of the company, isn't
He's definitely killed hookers and got away with it, that guy. You know, Declan McMahon. You know,
That's his name, Declan?
Decky McMahon,
Wee
yeah.
Decky McMahon. Fair play.
They got
That's my goddaughter right there.
wee shit.
Yeah, she's a legend.
Do you want to tell people anything? Where can I get you? Where can I find you? If you already know, I'm sure, but now, or what do you have coming up? What are you working on? And Belfast Zoo, just tighten the security around the chimp pen.
Yeah, because my special's coming out soon.
You think a smoking monkey's a problem? Nah, monkeys being fucked at the Opal Tower. That's the problem.
I have. I'm doing a gig in Coleraine on the 16th of September. That one me, you, and Paddy did in February.
Oh, okay. So
that one,
that's nice. Cheers for that, man.
If anyone wants to go to that, you can go to that one.
Well, please don't, because the 16th of September is my birthday.
Okay, well don't go because Dave has a birthday, so you have to sit in the house and do nothing with your life.
No, what you need to do is send me gifts. 10 High Street Hollywood, 1L Studios, Dave Elliott. Send me presents.
The McCanns, or not McCann, but we're doing Biddy Duffy's, me, you, Aaron McCann, and Darren Matthews on the 15th of September. Go to that. There's tickets for that one. Why are you laughing at that?
I got a voice note.
From who?
From the
I know,
venue.
and
I've not played it or heard it.
We've not played it or heard it.
Should I do it in the podcast or not?
Yeah, fuck it. I mean, I don't know what it's going to say. So, Dave,
because it'll be editing for Ben, so we'll not do it.
We'll play it after.
Yeah.
And then there's some single seats for the Tea with Me live podcast. Go to that. Apart from that, I just want to say that I'm very grateful for everyone that likes what we do and that enjoys the pods, enjoys the stand up, that supports it, that posts about it, that sends nice messages. I'm very grateful for all those people, and you are all great people. So thank you. That's really kind and heartfelt. Yeah. I'm always very
also send I can, if you send the Buttman gifts, I can pass them on to him.
Yeah, so send me gifts for Dave's birthday.
10 High Street Hollywood.
We'll do an episode where we open all the gifts.
Oh yeah,
an unboxing episode.
We'll call it Dave's birthday celebration, the gift episode. 10 High Street Hollywood. Send it in.
And
1L Studios.
I tell you what, the episode might finish with me and him fucking a monkey out the window. Not fucking a monkey. No. But fucking a monkey.
Yeah, we don't want no AIDS. You keep those monkeys.
We don't want. Yeah. That's not.
PSNI, listen. Watch out.
We'd be the ones to give the monkey AIDS, you know? The
quite possibly.
Anything's possible.
Until next time.
Until next time, guys.
I'm the sly guy.